or she will open your CV or resume. Period. If your application letter succeeds in creating that interest, in the mind of that employer, so that he or she will open your CV out of the hundreds or maybe thousands of applicants that have applied and submitted CVs. For MNCs, for example, or big companies, corporations, they get thousands and thousands, right, of CVs. Okay. Before they open the CV, they will open your application letter. So if your application letter is not that interesting, then nobody will open your CV or resume. And if they don't open your CV or resume, then you're gone. Finish. Yeah? Okay. So the most important, the objective of your application letter, and while even writing your application letter, you have to keep in mind that objective. If it succeeds and they open your CV, done. Your application letter have succeeded in what it was supposed to succeed in. Okay. It says in the case of you not get a response to your application in about a month, then send your second letter so that your application status might remain active in the employer's mind. Yeah. Sometimes you send an cover letter with a CV, and then you don't get a response. Maybe they hire somebody else. Yeah. Maybe still because of the system that is there in different organizations, it might need a little bit longer time, whatever it is. Yeah. Then sending another will remind them that you are still interested. Because sometimes you apply a job, and not only one, 3 or 4, and you get a job. So who cares about the first one that I've applied? I'm already in, right? And sometimes you might apply several jobs, but still you do not get the job. So I still am waiting. The second one. Yeah? Okay. And the last one, it says, as you can update or any change. Sometimes we get certain qualifications. Yeah. Maybe different workshops, different certifications, short courses, maybe another degree, whatever. Yeah. You might need to update so that it will make you more qualified. It increases your chance of getting the job. You need some kind of update. And sometimes, maybe you did not get any extra qualification, but you have moved it out. Yesterday you were in commercial, now you are in Mehlagai. Right? Things change. You need change of address so that they will not send the notice of the job that you're waiting for so long to the wrong address. You are waiting. Where will they call me? When will they come? They have already sent, but it went to the wrong address. Yeah? Sometimes you need to update. Resending because of the change of maybe qualification, or maybe because of the change of your address. Yeah? Okay. Now, we are done with an application letter. Yeah? If we get time, I'll give you a sample of application letter so that at least you will have that sample in your mind. Yeah? Okay. Now let us talk about the difference between a resume and an application and CV. Normally we hear these two words, and some of us think that they are the same. Yeah, they are the same. Let me take one answer from anybody, or maybe two, if there is anybody who knows the difference between the two, or can imagine at least the difference between the two.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yeah, my name is Abdulkadir. I think resume is a simple brief about yourself, while the CV is a more detailed one, talking about your achievements, education, and more sort of everything in our life.
Excellent. Anybody else? From the sister side, so that we will not be Musami'in al-Kiram, I think. Yeah? Anybody? You know, it's very hard when the crowd is a little bit large. It makes people a little bit stressed out, huh, to stand and say something, right? Imagine the miskin who is standing in front of you for 3 hours or 2 hours, right? Okay. Anybody else? Yes, please.
I think resume can be only one page. Resume for the necessary details. Otherwise, the CV contains a lot of information and maybe you need a combined document. Thank you.
Okay. Now let's go to the difference between the two. Yeah. It says the primary difference between the two are in 3 areas. In 3 areas. Knowing this will help you to decide which one will you go for. Yeah? Which one will you go for? The first one is the length, how many pages each is. So there is a difference in terms of length. Yeah? And number two, there is a difference between in what is included in the CV and the resume. In other words, the contents, yeah, of the CV and the resume. And the last one is what each is used for. What each is used for, especially in certain geographic locations. Certain geographic locations. Okay. These are the three areas where they differ. Okay. The first one, it says CV or resume is 1 or 2 pages by max. So if it becomes more than 2, we're talking about the number A, the length, right? Okay, so if it becomes more than 2, it's no more a resume. Khalas, it becomes a CV in terms of length now. Okay, it says 1 or 2 page summary of number 1, your skills, number 2, your experience or experiences, yeah, and number 3, your education. Okay, now we're talking about the contents, right? Number 2, B. Okay. And it says resume is a brief and concise, no more than a page or 2, as the brother said. Yeah, very brief, very short. It can be 1 page, but it cannot be more than 2. Okay. The second one is the CV, or what we call curriculum vitae, which means the course of life in Latin originally, right? Okay. And it says it includes a summary of your, it's a little bit more detailed. Minimum 2 pages. Yeah? Minimum 2 pages. The other one we said? Maximum 2 pages. In terms of length now, right? Okay. It includes your education and academic background. It also includes your teaching, yeah? Research experiences, publications, presentations, awards, honors, affiliations, and other details. Knowing what we will include, talking about your academic background, your educational background, teaching, research experience, publications, presentations, awards, honors, all of those things will definitely make it a little bit longer. Yeah? Especially if you have it. Imagine somebody who have been in the academic field for like 20 years, 30 years. Yeah? But of one writing his CV, it makes it sometimes more than 10. Yeah? Depends on what you have got. Yeah? Miskin guys like us will have few to just get something. Yeah? Okay. Knowing what is your situation, knowing what you have and knowing the difference between the two will help you decide which one will you go for. Yeah? Okay. It says in Europe, the Middle East, Africa, or Asia, employers may expect to receive a CV. But when you talk about the United States or the US, curriculum vitae is used primarily when applying for an academic or educational, scientific, or research fields. So it's more suited. We're talking about specific geographic areas now, right? And specific fields. When we talk about academic, where we do a lot of research, teaching, this kind of thing, then CV will be more suitable, right? And so on. Okay. So, like if I am now a fresh graduate, yeah, September 2010 batch, I know which one I go for. Yeah? Okay. Let's make it more relevant to the situation. Okay. Now we are done with the difference between the resumes and the CVs. Very clear, right? Okay. Now let's talk about the types of CVs. Types of CVs. Yeah, because it's the little bit longer one, right? Okay. Or types of resumes, sorry. Okay. Mainly, there might be so many different types of resumes, but mainly there are 3 types. Mainly. Yeah? The first one is called chronological resume. Number 1 is called functional resume. And the last one is called combination resume. 3. Yeah? Okay. These 3 have got different suitabilities for different people.